Hey, Volley Truthers, this is Coach Johns. We get this season started with a new club, new team, and well, a few things that are a little different than last season already. Let's get into one right now. This weekend, yes, y'all, you heard me right. This weekend in December, we headed to Bear, Delaware, about 2.5 hours north of Virginia to play in the Bear Premier Scrimmage. The scrimmage was held at the Red Lion Christian Academy. This school has two gyms. The gym that the younger girls played in was small, held 2 courts, a restroom, and 4 walls of sitting area, just right for a scrimmage. So ensure to bring your own chairs. The scrimmage was comprised of 4 teams: Club Jersey Volleyball, Club Intensity, Club Delaware Premier, and Columbia Volleyball Academy, Maryland. There were 2 waves. The AM wave was for the older players and the PM wave was for the younger players. Each game was given a ref, a 50-minute time limit, which was perfect for about 2 sets each, maybe a little longer. A scorekeeper, and note, while scores were kept, they were not really the focus, right? Coaches were allowed to come on the courts, make corrections, make substitutions, position or reposition players, and even take timeouts. Some coaches would even side out their own team because of, well, bad plays they made and use coachable moments. Gotta respect that. The flow of the games were well thought out. The girls had just enough time to get some water, lip balm, a small bite of a cutie, and then back on to the next game. Once the matches were over, the girls would go to the nets and clap hands in good sportsmanship. Now, food, and more food, because, well, you all know this is my very favorite section. Because gameplay for us didn't begin until 2 p.m., we were able to get to Bear, Delaware around 11 a.m. and find a place to eat, sit down, and relax a bit. There was tons of restaurants to choose from breakfast at the Waffle House or First Watch to lunch at Chili's or Chipotle. Now, we went to Chili's, but I have to do better because it wasn't all that. There's even a mall for my shoppers out there. But during the scrimmage, there isn't any food or drink to be sold, so it's truly BYO. Now, after the scrimmage, we were able to experience the Shake Shack for the very first time for dinner. It was great. Not only great food, but they actually had the NCAA National Volleyball Tournament game on. It was Pitt versus Louisville. It was so great because we were able to watch Pitt pull that reverse sweep on Louisville. So congrats to Pitt. Needless to say, if you have not figured out one of the differences this season, it's the scrimmages. In high school, some teams scrimmage other teams before the season kicks off. No matter the sport, right? Well, the truth is, I just thought it was the thing to do. I really didn't even notice the lack of scrimmages until I started coaching at a high school in Kansas City, Missouri. To be honest, when I realized that a school that I coached at was not getting all the reps that it could from a proper scrimmage, you could better believe I set up a league and fast for all the schools and coaches that wanted in and were in the same boat I was. So of course I asked around, and in different regions and clubs around the country, there are scrimmages or interim tournaments going on. These can happen between other clubs or within the club itself if the club holds enough teams. At Dynasty Volleyball Club in Kansas, for instance, there's a big interim tournament every season. Teams play other teams on, under, and above their age levels. They also use that time to get every player in the club certified in reffing and scoring. So it's a way to use your time wisely and efficiently. Dynasty, way to go. A coach stated that preseason scrimmages don't really occur because teams aren't formed at that time. But During season, it's more common to scrimmage teams within your club or other clubs when you have a relationship with another coach. In bigger regions, they have tournaments set up to scrimmage multiple clubs and teams, which is great for competition outside of regulated events. Some clubs do fun things like themed games for fun, no score, and it stimulates scrimmages too. You know, that coach is correct about one thing. You have to know or have a relationship built with the coach to get a scrimmage here in this region. I mean, just the other day, I met up with a friend at a gym because I was watching another friend's daughter play volleyball. My friend brought her daughter along with her. By the time my friend got home, she had received a call from the director of the club that her daughter plays at, asking her, "Why were you in that gym? Who were you in there to see? Did your daughter play? Why did you have to meet there?" And even went so far as to tell her, this grown woman, that they, the club, would prefer if she met up elsewhere. Okay, understand me on my money and my time. One, I can't make this up. Two, I'm grown. And three, I'm pretty sure that this would have been the end of our whole relationship and conversation, because surely the director, whoever they are, and the club has now taken this to a whole other level outside of the game. Volley Truthers, you will never know what you're missing until you no longer have access to it. We at the Volley Truth want to thank Delaware Premier Volleyball Club for hosting the scrimmage and CVA for building relationships that constitute safe, friendly competition as early as possible to work out the kinks for the year. Yeah, it's rough out here in these volleyball streets. So until next time, remember, play like you're going to be subbed out. That's all for now, but if you like the content, leave a comment below, spike the like button, and subscribe to my channel.